Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Minnassa. I am Minnassa, the Diva of Divination, and I'm very glad to be with you today. Thank you for making this investment in your spirituality, in yourself. Our reading this morning comes from the Science of Mind magazine daily guides, and I'm reading The Inner Temple. It begins with this quote by Rene Adolphe Schwaller de Leibutz. If you observe well, your own heart will answer. And Ernest Holmes from Richer Living. Any sense of guilt we have, any burden of condemnation we entertain, or any mental state that weighs us down hinders us from more fully experiencing the nature of spiritual reality. End of quote. Rene Adolphe Schwaller de Leibutz was a passionate and controversial Egyptologist and mystic. In his tome, The Temple of Man, he writes of the impeccable blending of mathematics, symbolism, and spirituality uncovered through his years of archaeological research and findings on the temples of ancient Egypt. De Leibutz wrote, "If someday it is given to you to pass into the inner temple, you must leave no enemies behind." In his inner temple, is his inner temple a literal structure or something else? Consider the inner temple he references as the Sacred Heart. It is the portal of the boundless and compassionate love. And if someday we encounter the opportunity to reawaken and experience the healing blend of our human state with this mystical awareness, then we must not exclude anyone from our earnest offerings of gratitude. In this temple, spiritual alchemy occurs. That which is dark becomes light. In this temple, no one is left with the label of enemy. All such thoughts of anything or anyone as the enemy, as the science of mind describes, are outside the law and cannot be taken into the heavenly consciousness. Within the sincere examinations of our life, there is a healing opportunity to re-see all personalities and events in the light of spirit. This inner temple, Sacred Heart, is our true home. Ironically, we long for home, yet fear and resist what its unconditional power offers. This resistance reveals the strength of our attachments to our story, identities, and beliefs. What might happen if we brought it all into the inner temple? And it ends with this affirmation: I answer the call to come home to my divine self. I love this beautiful card. That is our oracle card for this day with the wonderful and blessed Kuan Yin. Enter the Jade Temple. This opportunity to bring all aspects of ourself into the light and to really examine our stories and narratives. I had a great talk yesterday with a woman who was part of the Norse tradition, and part of this conversation, wanted to have her as a guest on my show, was to say, hey, is there some kind of bigotry or prejudice going on with these groups? And because my daughter said, sometimes these skinheads are like, we're Norse, and Odin hates the ends, and she was like, no, our tradition is not like that. And she talked about how we are all one, and that if you are on a spiritual journey and you think using the N word or making fun of people with disabilities or judging people who are LGBTQ, it means that you have not released the stories, your narrative, your safe zones. And I dare say that you have not entered into your inner sacred temple. But when you go into that sacred place and you commune soul to soul, divine spark to divinity, all those fears which are behind prejudice and judgment fall away, and you step into the ecstasy of oneness with the divine. And so today, I invite you, as well as beautiful Kuan Yin, to enter that jade, that sacred space within, where it is safe, where there is healing, where there is wholeness, where there is light and love. And then bring that out into your daily life and into your world. Have a blessed and beautiful day.